don't put yourself out there. See, the proof is after all this time, you should thank yourself for all everything that you did for yourself. But look at you now. There's a huge difference between you, between who you are from your past selves. Because it's really important. Why? Because when we remember the things that we've accomplished, if we have hard proof for that, then our brain automatically believe that, wow, after all this time, you are rushing from one goal to one goal, and you forget that you accomplished so many things. You just forget to slow down. Particular thought that I have, which is thanking yourself for how far you have come. And we have come here until this day. Does that make sense? You all going to watch it. It's been 1 year ago since I started doing YouTube. And as you can see there, the background is dark and my hair is still short up until here, and I just there's a lot of growth that happened in me, and now I am here and just like you. So now we're going to talk about that. But I wanted this podcast video to be just not about me, but also about you all, because that's the purpose of this channel in the very first place. Sometimes I actually forgot about it. So yeah, this video is all about thanking yourself, being considerate with yourself, appreciating yourself for all of the achievements and step by step process that you have accomplished every year. You know? Why this specific thing matters to me because I truly believe that there's a lot of people who are caught up or are victim of hustle culture that there is. The never ending grind and never ending process of working to the point of forgetting the point why they work or why they do the things that they do in the very first place. And I I am grateful that I'm still not caught up in that yet, because I actually live a balanced life. I try at least because I don't want to be caught up on that. But the point is, I had a realization while I'm walking from school the other day, which the thought is I always fall to the analysis paralysis, and I always feel guilty if I haven't done anything that I promised myself will I do in this entire day or entire whatever specific date that I have. And I just realized that it became a never-ending process of checking all of the boxes that there is. It's a never-ending process of checking all of the goals that we needed to do, that we wanted to do, to the point of forgetting why in the very first place we wanted to do them. And the pleasure and the fulfillment that attached to that specific thing that you wanted to do or you're passionate about just cease to exist or lost, because you are always in the mindset of, okay, now I'm doing this. For example, okay, now I'm doing this, and tomorrow I needed to do this also, and the day after tomorrow I needed to also do that, etc. and etc. And it became a never-ending process of doing something to the point that you forget that you have accomplished so many things in the past. It's just just forget to slow down and appreciate yourself and even celebrate yourself for that. I know also, well, in the sense that it is based on my perspective, quote unquote, is that there are kind of people who work themselves or build themselves to have a disciplined routine or specific routine that there is that they're passionate about and doing, right? And I know that you all become that kind of person who, when you fail to do this specific thing in a day, then you feel guilty about it. Because I feel the same too, and I just believe the point is I just believe that there is kind of people like that because I am like that too. But the point is, when I had that kind of epiphany, that kind of realization, I was like, damn. After all this time, I'm always rushing from one goal to another goal. Always rushing to finish all of the tasks that I needed to do in a day, to the point that it became so overwhelming, and I even came to the analysis paralysis that I end up not doing anything because I'm overwhelmed. Like I'm overwhelmed for the thought that I needed to do all of that within the day. And also I'm thinking about the day after that tomorrow. And it's really refreshing for me to like rewire my brain, and I'm doing rewiring in a sense of journaling, writing all of my achievements. And actually you can do too to it doesn't matter if you don't journal before, but what I wanted or what is my main advice here is for you to start journaling or just writing all of your achievements, all of your goals that you accomplish, especially last year and this year so far in this month. Because it's really important. Why? Because when we remember the things that we've accomplished, if we have hard proof for that, then our brain automatically believe that, wow, after all this time you are rushing from one goal to one goal, and you forget that you accomplish so many things. You just forget to slow down. It's so refreshing to do that because it feels it made me feel grounded. And I know a lot of you all too, if you do that, to constantly or consistently reframe your brain, remember all of your accomplishment, all of your goals, or all of that you've been through last year, especially last year and this month so far. It will do huge difference for your brain. And I'm talking about here rewiring your brain and what do you call this? I forgot the term, but neuroplasticity. They call it neuroplasticity. Just and this kind of method, like journaling and remembering all of the words and how you build yourself up until now, makes a huge difference for my brain because it's just made you remember and you having hard proofs that, wow, after all this time you were capable of everything that you wanted to become. But sometimes we often, not just often, but we always forget that we build ourselves from scratch. That 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago, if you really think about it and if you really reflect about it, you're not that kind of person. You're not that kind of person who is disciplined. You're not that kind of person who has understanding on other people and even to yourself. You're not that kind of person who who reads, who do the thing that they're passionate about, or you're not that kind of person who takes the risk. But look at you now. There's a huge difference between between who you are from your past selves. And it's really important to surpass your past self that there is, because it doesn't always make sense to me to compare yourself from others. because they have their own battles too. They need to surpass their past selves too if they want it. So always compare yourself to your past self, just to your past self. Compare it because you will discover so much. You will discover bad things, your flaws, everything that you needed to change. Or you will discover all of the achievements, all the step by step processes that builds who you are today. It's so refreshing because I love this method. I love this thought. I love how I'm sharing this with you all because it really are useful for me because what's it there? I always been hard to myself, especially in the past years that there is. I've been always hard to myself. I always blame myself for everything that doesn't go well or doesn't go right for me in my own perspective. But whatever happens in the past years, the traumas, the hardships, the challenges, the things that doesn't go well for me made me who I am today. And I'm thankful for that. And I'm not saying that you should be thankful to your traumas, to your hardships, to your whatever happens to you in the past. I'm saying is that thank yourself too. The reason that I'm filming this video is for you all to remember that you should thank yourself. That we should thank ourselves. That we should thank ourselves. That whatever you do, whatever you are planning to do, and let's say you already do that, or you are still doing that because you're passionate on that, just example, it's not going to be possible if you don't do all the work, if you don't build yourself that kind of discipline, that kind of strong mindset that you have, if you don't put yourself out there. See, the proof is after all this time, you should thank yourself for all everything that you did for yourself because it's an act of love from yourself. And I'm not even kidding from this. You should reflect on that to the point that you should cry because wow, why you are being hard to yourself when after all this time, the only person, and after all this time, the only person that is still here is you. The person that is only willing to still live for you is you. That the only person that wanted to move forward is you. You know, it doesn't make sense for me to be hard on myself, and so are you. It doesn't make sense that you are hard to yourself. You don't even let yourself rest. Let yourself buy you that sweets, the drinks, that little treat. It doesn't make sense. You should celebrate your accomplishments too. You should celebrate yourself too. You should realize that after all this time, you believe. Maybe you don't believe in a societal rules or societal norms that there is, but you believe in yourself in your own way. Point of this video is for you to realize that you should thank yourself, celebrate yourself. Actually, tomorrow I think I'm going out and I'm gonna buy myself a coffee from my favorite cafe at BGC and just going to read there and reflect. And actually, I just came from school and automatically non-negotiable for me, I filmed this video for y'all. So yeah, I hope you all have a tiny wisdom to have in your daily basis. I think. Thank you, guys. Thank yourself.